Another day, another dollar in this beautiful world we call truck driving. And in this beautiful world of truck driving, we've been through it all and we done seen it all. So truck drivers, no matter what you're going through, we done all been through it too. Don't nothing shock us anymore about trucking. You could get hit by an elephant today and it wouldn't be nothing shocking about it. I already seen that before. But anyways, I was watching Checkmate Live feed a couple of days ago, and one of the topics that came up was from a guy that was on the panel up there. He was like, "Hey man, you guys out here grossing $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. It's not worth it to be an owner operator for that amount of money, especially because your trucks are not making what they actually supposed to be making." Good argument. Then I seen what Dirty Broke came in. He was like, "Well, how much do you think owner operators get paid? How much are you guys expecting to make with these trucks?" I understand that argument too. Okay, so what I decided to do was walk in here in this laptop and pull out some numbers, some rate cards, and show you guys what you should strive to make. I put it like that, okay? Now I understand a lot of y'all gonna think, "Hey Andrew, your numbers is fake. It was more than one truck, this, that, and the third." This was what I was making as a solo person, motor carrier with a contract, okay? Now, yes, it was other people with me. However, they weren't running under my authority. For example, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know. It was me and Coco running, okay? She ran under her authority, I ran under mine. She factored under her authority, I factored under mine, okay? Now, we was approximately making somewhere between $50,000 and $70,000 per month. That's all you need to know. With a pneumatic, I'm talking about a dirt cheap pneumatic. I'm talking about my pneumatic was $7,500. Now, she never came out and told y'all what her pneumatic was, but I tell y'all it was way less than mine. Way less. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Way less, and it's sold for way more. Anyways, so I got a contract out in Georgia, just short runs. All these runs went 115 miles. Get loaded at the shipper, go 115 miles to the silo, fill up the silo. This was back in my super. Yeah, I remember Supervisor Andrew. Go back on YouTube and watch when I was Supervisor Andrew. I hit the hard head and I was loading myself. This is the account I'm talking about right there. Back around September 2022. Yeah, September all the way up to like November. All the way up to like maybe December. Go back on YouTube, watch those videos. Supervisor Andrew. I was loading my own pneumatic trailer. You know, this is the time I'm talking about. That time right there, okay? So, like I said, I managed to get this contract, and all I had to do was fill up the silos. As many loads as I could do, as many people as I could bring on. The problem is, at that particular time, I only knew a few people that owned some equipment. I can't do nothing with a lease driver. I need people that's got cash. I can go out buy cash trailers, put a blow on. I got to mess with cash people. Lease drivers can't modify the equipment, so I couldn't work with them. So, and to get in my business, it's dirt cheap. I'm talking about you just need a truck that can. It really ain't even got to run. If we could just push that thing, push it through the finish line, it's good enough. I mean, I don't care if you went to the Richie Bros auction and got it for $5,000. Hey man, can we push it down the interstate? If we can push it, it can make some money. And y'all know us. We had some raggedy trailers. My trailer, 1981. I had a 1981 Butler pneumatic trailer. I think her trailer was 1974. 1974. But anyways, so the lane I got was 116 miles. As many loads as we could do. So how much was it paying? It was paying by the ton. Now I had negotiated about $54 per ton. So when I show y'all my rate cards, understand it's per ton. So none of them is gonna be the same exact price at the bottom. Okay, it's $54 a ton times however many tons we got loaded on the BOL. Okay, but As far as the money is gonna range anywhere between, let's say, like $1,200 to $1,400 plus or minus. Well, now 12 is the lowest, 14 is the highest. Okay, right in there is about what we was getting paid, because you pretty much load up to 80,000 pounds. You load up to 80,000 pounds when the sun is out. But when that sun go down, baby, you load it into them tires on the back of that trailer is flat to the ground. Then you got enough weight there, drivers. Shoot, what time they get off work? Them scale house people, Andrew, they get off work about 6 o'clock. All right. 6 p.m. like clockwork. Boy, I used to come through there. I'm talking about trailers sagging, that 12.8 Mercedes being put in at work, coming through that scale house. I know they closing every day at 6 p.m. I used to come through there and even slow down. I just kept on going with the money. So anyways, 116 miles one way, you got to deadhead back, okay? So 200 and whatever that equals, 40 miles, I guess. As many loads as you can do, non-stop roll, okay? So we try to do 2 loads a day, 7 days a week. This was a open window. You load whenever you want to, you unload whenever you want to. You doing the loading, so the plant is 24 hours. You do the loading, so everything is open window. There ain't no waiting on the dock door or none of that. This is all pneumatic tanker. Load whenever you want to, unload when you get there, okay? So that's it, okay? Matter of fact, I think we was unloading the tankers too. We was doing bottom drop, so you unload when you get there yourself. You just open the bottom of your tank bottom drop, okay? So now that we got that out the way, so we was doing about 2 loads a day. Sometimes we'll push it up to 3. In the beginning, we was doing 3 loads a day, but you get burned out in trucking. No matter how much money you're getting paid, you get burned out. Plus, on top of that, I didn't have the fastest truck. I had a 12.8 Mercedes Benz that was slow. I didn't have a 12.7. I didn't have a souped-up cat where I could go 0 to 80 in about 3 seconds. I didn't have none of that. I just had a slow and steady truck that wins the race, okay? So, we was averaging about, let's just say, $2,600 a day, doing that 7 days a week. That's approximately 15 to, let's just say 15,000 to 20,000 a week. Do that for a month, it's over $50,000, okay? So, like I said, I'll put up some rate cons so y'all can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Just screenshot the laptop in now. Now, this is the part that I always wished we had got into. Now, we done found out how to make the big money, okay? We got the contract, and in the beginning, there wasn't no arguing, no fighting in the beginning, but eventually, y'all know what happens over time. Things don't go, according to plan. But anyways, towards the very end of our contract, I was talking to the shipper. Now, the shipper had backhauls. Well, my bad, not the shipper. The receiver. The receiver had backhauls for us. After we dumped our product, so we get loaded at the shipper, over here, get loaded at the shipper, take it to the receiver. Now the receiver had backhauls going directly back to where we was going for the same price, 54 a ton. But there was a catch. The catch was, before we could load the product over here, we had to get a tank wash. So we never got into it because, we could only get tank washes like Monday through Friday from what was that? Polar Truck Service. I think it was Polar Truck Service down there in Georgia area. I think that was the name of them. Shout out to y'all, man. Zach, real good people out there in that Augusta, Georgia area, man. Yeah, Polar. Shout out to the people over at Polar in Augusta, Georgia. I think it's called Polar, man. That tank wash out there. Shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all was real good to us. Real nifty operation, But Zach worked on our equipment. And, man, I can't remember the people that watched our trailers, man. Shout out to y'all, too. Y'all did a real nifty job. But like I said, y'all was watching us. You know, we was doing the backhauls on the weekend because that's when they really needed their product the most. But what I found out, but we didn't get around to it, we could do these backhauls 7 days a week, but we had to get the trailer washed out before we could get loaded and take it back. Okay? No, I got that all wrong. We could get reloaded and deliver. We couldn't load again until we had the tank wash. So it was on this side. We needed the tank wash on this side to load the original product because they couldn't cross mix them. So towards the end of our days, man, I went up to one of the tank wash people. I didn't want to put their information out there. So if y'all over at Polar, don't be trying to look around and all that. Hey man, was that you? Nah, don't do that to nobody. Hey, matter of fact, it wasn't even Polar. It was somebody else. It was a whole nother shop. Oh man, my phone overheating. Let me go put y'all in the freezer. Let me pause this video. I'll come back with the story. Alright, I'm back. So, like I said, I was looking for a tank wash that was 24 hours. And how I came across this tank wash was I decided, look, we're making so much money that we can afford to pay these people to work for us full time when we need them on call. So what I came up with was we decided to find one of us over at the tank wash. Somebody look like they down bad, ain't making no money. I think they all were making pretty good money there though. Talked to a brother. I said, look, man, if you could, find a way to wash our tanks out, we just need a general cold water flush any time of the day, after hours, because during hours we didn't need them, but we need somebody after hours, meaning if I need a tank wash at 2 in the morning, I need to be able to call you. You need to be able to leave your house to come up here and wash this tank out. Well, we ended up finding the brother. Said he'll wash us out $100 each. Cool, no problem. So, got loaded at the shipper. Approximately $1,300, drove 116 miles, delivered. Got reloaded. Started heading back over to the shipper. Delivered another another 1,300. Then we just called him up. Hey, brother, meet us up there at the tank wash. We got your $100 waiting for you. You go up there and wash us out. If we would have kept that going, we would have been doing, so originally we was just doing 2 loads a day. With this backhaul, we was able to do 4 loads a day until everything fell off, of course. We would have did approximately over $100,000 per month. Now it's hard work, obviously the truck can't stop. You working 7 days a week, non-stop, but you're making the money, okay? So this is just an example for the one guy that said, hey, look, man, y'all grossing this $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, but you're not grossing what the truck should be making or is capable of making. Well, they owner operators, they lease to owner carriers. You gotta understand, with the numbers I just told y'all, if y'all went to like my competition, for example, was Bruce Oakley. Bruce Oakley was there on the exact same contract. Do you think they was paying any of those lease drivers over there that's got to have trucks 5 years or newer? I think at Bruce Oakley, to lease on, you got to have a truck 5 years newer, which means you in debt, which means you probably got a truck over $80,000. You use they trailers, they latest greatest shoe shine 2040 spaceship trailer. You got all that, and what is Bruce Oakley gonna pay you? Go on their website and look what they pay for pneumatic. They're gonna pay you about, $2.11 per loaded mile. $2.11 on the load is paying 116 miles. What is that? $300-$400 loaded? Then they'll pay you like $1 a mile to come back empty. You do 2 loads, you gross about $800 for the day, $1,000 for the day. They give you fuel surcharge, so you make $1,000 a day. So you making $1,000 a day doing your 2 loads, and the rest of us, we at freaking $2,600 for 2 loads, and if we do 4 loads, $4,000+ okay? So it's a big gap, okay? They'll never pay you what they actually making, okay? But you gotta have the contract to do this type of stuff. So, you know, this is just an example. I got so many other examples, man. We done lost so many contracts and so many just massive amounts of money just down the drain due to arguing and just a bunch of stupid stuff that, looking back on it, just useless, pointless arguments, okay? And when I say these arguments, understand none of these arguments was about the money or the work or anything that got anything to do with trucking. Just let y'all know, none of these arguments had nothing to do with money or trucking or the runs or anything like that, because we making too much money to argue about that type of stuff. So, you know, so this was just one account. Then of course when I did that Utah run, me and Jay Lewis did that Utah run for about $13,000, man. We had won 4 lanes that we had won. If I find the email and I'll attach it to this video. We had bid on 4 lanes, won all 4 of them. Non-stop work. They was gonna pay us this exact same amount. I think we was going from to Utah. They was still gonna pay us $12,000. We had another run in Minnesota. I want to say that was $7,500. We had one like 200 miles over to Tennessee. I want to say it was like $2,000. I think I had a run towards Illinois and Indiana for like $6,000, $5,500. All of it was just top dollar. As many loads as we can do. But like I said, man, stuff falls apart, and you know, the minute you don't show up with Mr. Charlie Freight, look, I'm gonna tell you how Mr. Charlie gonna do. Oh yeah, what's going on, Andrew? What do you mean you're arguing? Your company falling apart? What are y'all arguing about? Y'all in the parking lot out here screaming and fussing? Man, Andrew, I don't know about this, Andrew. We're going to call your competition Bruce Oakley over here that's going to show up with all this latest, greatest shoe shine, and they're going to have their shirts tucked in, they're going to have these glasses on like this, and look, they drivers, they're going to come here and sign this paperwork and get up out our face, Andrew. But when you show up, Andrew, we don't know if we need to call the police, and we don't know what's going on when you show up. It's just, it's like y'all about to start a crime scene out here when you show up. I don't know about you, Andrew. We paying y'all this money, but man, you come here and y'all acting a fool out here. I'll see y'all in the next video.